They just want you to get out of here. I am that dude though. I don't want to be that. I don't care if I'm that guy. I am that guy. Your job is relatively simple. Put the fries in the bag, bro. The fries aren't in the bag. What did you even do? So, oh, can they hear me? They can hear me. I am gonna be that guy. Listen, guys, when I pay for a 10-piece chicken nugget, I want my 10-piece chicken nugget. I don't want a 2-piece chicken nugget. I want a 10-piece chicken nugget.
Last week in Crandon, the wild nature of the short course struck again. Kieran Lifflander suffered spectacular crashes, forcing him to settle for 4th place, while Evan McFarland took full advantage. He cruised to his 16th career win and secured his 3rd straight Velocity Pixels Endurance Cup. More importantly, McFarland closed the gap to just 10 points with 2 rounds to go in the World Championship. He'll need perfection from here, but in NASA Rallycross, anything can happen. And it usually does. Today, we return to the traditional Rallycross format at the legendary Brands Hatch, a place where champions are made and legacies are forged as we go green in the Garden of England, live next on ASN. Our venue for today is the virtual Brands Hatch. North American Simulated Auto Racing first started visiting Brands Hatch in 2021A. This Titan technical circuit measures 1.21 miles in length, featuring a total of 8 corners, 5 to the left and 3 to the right. The layout mixes sweeping asphalt sections with compact technical dirt segments demanding precision and quick reactions. The Joker Lap here is critical, cutting inside through a sharp dirt hairpin that can make or break a driver's strategy. And with limited room for error and relentless corner sequences, Brands Hatch offers a fast-paced and thrilling Rallycross challenge. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 3-lap single-car qualifying session that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races with the Joker Lap taken once. The top 2 will transfer to the feature automatically, the winner will get 3 bonus points, and the runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers are sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps with 1 Joker. The top 2 will transfer to the feature out of these races, and the winner will receive a bonus point. This will set the grid for our 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded and the trophies are handed out. And unique to the NASA Rallycross World Championships, 2 Jokers are taken during the feature. The 32nd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship continues today, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, as we welcome you to the 10th running of the British Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras all season on ASN, also brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by Alex Abetti. Mr. Brian Sawyer, is the momentum finally swinging Evan McFarland's way after winning the Endurance Cup with Kieran's incident, or what are we seeing and what are we thinking for the last 2 rounds of the season?
Well, Josh, I'm thinking I've eaten way too many chicken nuggets, but
there's no such thing.
I'm also thinking that 10 points is a big gap for only 2 races. You got to race next to perfect. There can be no mistakes all night and all next week from Evan McFarland. So I think we'll know how this championship's probably going to go in his heat race, whatever happens there.
We are in practice right now. We're going to finish up in a minute. Let's take a look at the championships coming into round number 9 after the Endurance Cup the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's happening there, but Evan McFarland, 10 points down on Kieran Lifflander.
It's right on my
Francois Martel's got 4 points. That's all I know, but he's definitely not in the second spot in the championship. Let me know when we're all good to take a look at those. I know TWR Subi Squad has won the Constructors Championship. Subaru has won the Manufacturers Championship convincingly for both of those squads. And Evan won the Endurance Cup last week. But who is going to stop this kid? Car number 20, Kieran Lifflander, on a tear, won the Lights World Championship a couple of weeks ago. He's got 1 week left there tomorrow. We'll go over programming notes after the qualifying session. And he's got 10 points over the triple defending world champion, Evan McFarlane, who is with the gold plate, car number 1. Liftlander's got the red plate, car number 20. And once we get that fixed up, we'll take a look.
I'm working on it.
At points.
I don't know what
it's
it did.
Okay. I don't have an answer for you. Do you know how your spreadsheets go? We saw that in the torque race, and I cannot believe that it's going to be a point of contention all day long, ladies and gentlemen, of what we just witnessed there with Kieran Liftlander going off into the sand, but maintaining a tire on the racing surface. iRacing recently patched it to where you cannot touch that sand in qualifying. It's going to invalidate your lap time. So these guys are going to have an excellent time trying to control these cars and maintain one wheel on the racing surface. Brian, are you good yet?
We're just going to go on board Simmer for a lap. I'm going to see if I can figure out why this is doing this.
Alrighty. Marcus Indrex Simmer over the jump, exiting turn 4. Tricky corner upcoming up the hill. Clip the curb to get the car to rotate. You want to clip that grass on driver's left to get bite off this corner. And Marcus Indrex Simmer, winner of round 2 of the NASA World Rally Challenge in Mexico over the last week. He beat, I think it was Klaus Kreutzer by 45 seconds in that rally. And that's the second game that NASA Sim Racing has a series on with the EA Sports WRC. For how much longer? I have no answer, because EA Sports decided, per normal, to end support of that game. But we've got a great community, nasasimracing.com, for any and all information across the Rallycross Challenge or the World Rally Challenge. And a lot of fun to be had with the community. Nearly 650 members, and always something going on. Brian, are you deep in spreadsheet land for points?
I don't know. I'm just going to hit the button. We're going to see what happens.
Figure it out. All I know is we got a 10-point.
It's broken.
Oh, that's...
You can figure it out.
Okay. Kieran Liftlander, 149. Evan McFarlane, 139. Zach Blanche, 102. Josh Darnell, 87. Pakala and Palineva having a good battle as well. Lindy Kreutzer, Rakowski, Kirtley.
It did it.
Man, I fixed it. I clicked the button that said sort Z to A, and it fixed it, Brian. I don't know.
I know. I've also done that. And
There's your points, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just going to cry.
That's okay. Yeah, I need you to cry live on air. All right, so we are going to head to qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Evan McFarlane by 0.7 of a second up on Kieran. I don't know if Kieran is just focused on this qualifying session. We're just going to have to see. We can pull those points away. Points are apparently broken again. You're doing stuff.
Yeah, I need you to,
I digress.
Full disclosure, just please leave the sheet, and I'll tell you when you can go back.
I can do that.
It thinks you're in charge.
That's okay. We don't have to go over points anymore. I'll yip-yap about qualifying while you fix that in the background. Jake Robichaux, let's take a look at him. First car on track, car number 69. Oldest winner in the NASA Rallycross Challenge. Across all 4 splits, he won in the Contenders Division on Monday night. Awesome to see. Finally getting that victory for car number 69. And I wonder on the Monday night split if he is going to be a force to reckon with on that split coming in 2025B, or even if he'll be moved to the World Championship. We'll just have to wait and see there as we head up the hill to turn 5 on this warm-up lap. 8 minutes, 3 laps, and lap times in practice, sorry, not warm-up, in practice, 54.1 for Evan McFarlane. Nearly a 53-second lap time. That is bananas here in Great Britain. And Kieran Liftlander already out on track, Brian. If we could take a look at car number 20. Uncharacteristically out early in qualifying, down to turn number 1 is the points leader. 40 miles an hour at the apex, hugging the wall on driver's right, getting the line correct. You get the line correct in this chicane, it should glide straight through the left, through the right, and into the hairpin. How is he going to do this gravel? Right side's on the gravel, ripping the asphalt and the paint there on driver's left, over the jump and up the hill to turn 5. Great use of the grass, avoiding the walls. Don't touch the walls like we've documented so many times on these Rallycross tracks, because you will get sucked in. It'll spin your car around. We had that happen numerous times over the last week. Over the curb, surprising no slowdown there. And off of the final corner, the championship leader, what will he do to clock his first lap? As across the line to end his first lap, it is a 54.038. Jake Robichaux, 56.2. Zach Blanche, 54.9. Brostrom, 55.3. Where is McFarland, world champion, just exiting the pit lane now? Pelaneva, 54.6. He goes second quick, as Pakala will cross the line in the 92. That lap does not count. Renee Sotens in the 157 is the one next car in line to end his qualifying run, followed by the 2023 B World Champion, Francois Martel, back on track as Sotens goes P7. And good to see.
Oh, it's going to be nice to see the Beetle get more than 4 points this season.
It's going to be exquisite. And Francois Martel, the man who won the championship before Evan McFarland's reign at the top. Marcus Hendrick Simmer goes to 6th. And where is Evan? Into the final corner here, Brian, in car number 1. Very wide. Did he give up this lap? Lindy goes to P3. I'm not sure about that line. I don't normally run it.
He didn't give up the line. He's just trying to get the best exit without any tire spin during the turn 1 here.
First lap did not count for McFarland.
That was his outlap.
Where is Lifflander?
Oh, that wasn't his outlap.
No, that was...
He'd already been bought.
That was weird. Pakala to 5th. Lifflander has given up his qualifying run with 1 clocked lap because he had issues on the 2nd and 3rd laps. Lifflander's done in qualifying, so what will the world champion do to respond to his title rival?
Yeah, Kieran went over in Druids twice. I can see he got a 1X on qualify lap 2 and on qualify lap 3.
It's a tricky game to play, and it's people will wonder, why is it just 1 tire? That's such a weird rule. Well, in 2012, when I was deciding to cut the track left, right, and sideways, that rule is implemented, and it's stuck ever since season 2. Across the line, McFarland, will he pip Lifflander at the line? 54.201. He will not. He has to respond on this last lap, but Brian, he locked up in the first corner.
Yeah, he locked up, went real wide on turn 1. I don't think anything's going to happen there. I mean, turn 1, if you don't get it right, I was telling people earlier in the week, if you're not turned pretty much into the turn before you actually get to the turn, you're not going to get the best runoff.
Over the jump, he got a good amount of sand. Up the hill to turn 5, clip the curb to get the car to rotate. Don't touch the wall! That might be a 1X or a 0X. I don't know, but McFarland's got to stay in it.
There's nothing on my side yet.
From pole position through the final couple of corners. Over the curb and rounding turn number 8. And up the front straightaway here in Brands Hatch. Will McFarland steal this away from Lifflander at the line? We'll see across the line. And it did not count. That's pole position for Kieran Lifflander in Brands Hatch.
Nobody else is on the lap. They're all out there practicing. We'll stick it on Josh Darnell. We'll hit some programming notes.
You got him, Brian. All you.
All right. Tonight, we're doing the iRacing Rallycross Strength of Field races. They're not on this schedule. I got to figure out how to fix that. It's going to be me and Josh Darnell, 8:15. Might only be doing 3 races. Probably 4. We'll see. My league race got moved up a little bit earlier, so we'll see what time we get in. Then tomorrow, NASA Rallycross Futures and World Championship. It's going to be me and Josh Darnell the whole hour, or 2 hours. We're going to hell. We're finishing up this season. Title fight in the Futures. It's going to be on ASM Plus. It's $1 a month. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then the Lights World Championship pretty much tied up by Kieran Lifflander. Battle for second, just depending on how well Josh does. With me not there, who knows? That's going to be at 9 p.m. Then on Monday, Justin Robichaux and I, NASA Rallycross Contenders. That also has a winner-take-all scenario. And then on Thursday, we're going to Zolder in the Torque Sports Car Series.
And our next round for the NASA Rallycross World Championship will be next Saturday. And for the second championship round in the last 3 seasons over the last year, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be here. But luckily, it will not be from a power outage. My wife and I will be busy having fun in the sun at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Just confirmation on those points. So, Brian, is it going to be all you next Saturday, or have you figured that out yet?
Next Saturday? I don't know. It could
Oh,
just
good.
be me. I don't care. I don't know who's talking.
I mean, you said that. I gave you the dates, and you said okay, and scheduled it anyways. Here we are. Just confirmation on those driver points. Entering round number 9, Liftlander, McFarlane, Blanche Darnell, Pakala, Palineva. Great battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Lindy, Kreutzer, Rakowski, and Kirtley. As we are just about done.
We'll hit these two. We didn't get these before. And there goes
PWR
Josh
Subi
advancing
squad
the
leads
session
there.
again.
I clicked that as soon as you did that, so I apologize. And manufacturer points, really quick. Unless you don't want to pull them up. We know Subaru's leading. We know that. Grid. Liftlander, Blanche, Brostrom, Darnell, and Sotens for this first heat race here in Great Britain. And can Kieran Liftlander do what nobody else has done ever and sweep both world championships? We'll just have to see over the next couple weeks. It'll be a good time. As we wait for Blanche, we wait for Liftlander to grid for our first heat race. 5 laps, 1 joker. Top 2 will transfer to the feature race. Everybody on grid as we get ready in Brands Hatch. Green flag off the line. Brostrom got a better start than Blanche, but had to back out of it. Liftlander, no contest down to the first corner. Brostrom nearly straight lined it. Blanche on the outside. Here comes Sotens. Darnell has gone from 2nd to 5th as Blanche in 2nd. Brostrom 3rd. Sotens and Darnell. Into Druids for the first time. Everyone respecting track limits in the sand. And Liftlander already pulling a 2nd and a quarter away from Blanche up the hill to turn 5, Brian.
Yeah, I think Blanche maintained position. Blanche was in 2nd. I think Josh just fell from 3rd to 5th. Because he was in the 2nd row, I believe.
Yeah, I pay attention. I promise.
He's taking an early joker. He's going to run on that strategy, though.
It's a good strategy. I've told people forever, and you make fun of me all the time, to joker early when you're in the back of the field.
Well, you do it from
take
the
your
front,
joker.
too.
Well, listen. It's won me races. I can't argue with you.
I've watched you do it
to
from the front and pull in front of your teammate.
Listen. I don't have an answer. Liftlander leads. Blanche, Brostrom, Sotens, and Darnell. So Darnell can now use this relatively clear track to get caught up to the field. And it's awesome to see how these guys are utilizing the track limits rules. Brostrom into the wall, gives it a little kiss in turn 5. Gives up a little bit of time to Blanche in the 2.
Kissing these walls on this track are very dangerous. They have a nice thick layer of glue on them that can and will hold your car. Linus into the wall again in the joker. He is just going to bleed a lot of time. Renee in the joker also. That's going to let Darnell maybe get the 2 for 1.
Thanks, Sotens. Just want to give a shout out to the 25 of us hanging out and watching. We're only in heat number 1. It's going to get better from here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out on the Automotive Sports Network. Darnell to the inside. Thought about it on Brostrom. Thought Brostrom ran a little bit wide through the 2nd. Turn 2 and 3 chicane. Up the hill to Druids. Will one of these guys utilize the inside? Darnell is set up for the outside. Rip the left rear onto it. Utilize it as the cushion to push yourself off that corner.
Linus
Brostrom
off the
crossed
jump.
up over the jump.
Yeah, Linus
Scary.
went really weird off the
turn
jump.
5.
Darnell's holding it together a lot better than Linus is at this moment. The hard part about the inside on Druids, Josh, is everybody's taking the high line. The inside line isn't getting anywhere. In the lights race, I was asking Eric when we're racing, I'm like, hey, you're in the back of the field. How many people does it look like are taking the low line? He said, I think everybody's on the high line. If people are taking the low line and that thing gets worn in, it is faster about halfway through your race than the high line. But if everybody's taking the high line, that inside line, just becomes a death trap. You're not going to get any extra speed.
Holds the lead ahead of Blanche. It looks closer than it is because Lifflander jokered. Blanche has not jokered yet. I reckon he's going to fall into the clutches of this battle for second for the transfer spot here in Great Britain, as we're going to come to the white flag this time. Brostrom holds it, holds the third spot over Darnell. Darnell better run through the corner and off the corner. 0.4 of a second between them. 2 seconds from the lead. Blanche jokers now in car number 2. I don't think Blanche... There's going to be no contest, so I have to eat my own words. I thought he was going to come out with Brostrom and Darnell. No, he's ahead of them by
in these cars, the Joker is maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds if you have a bad one. So he was 4 seconds up on Linus and Darnell.
So now the crucial thing for Darnell or Linus is to maintain this third spot to get the better grid spot for the semifinal.
If I'm Darnell here, I'm throwing it and using Linus's car a little bit.
He's
a nicer person than I am.
Yeah, I'm well aware that we would crash into each other if we're battling for this spot. That'd be a good time. Darnell into turn 5, hits the grass, but I don't know if it's going to be everything that he needs. Off the final corner, Kieran Lifflander will translate a seeding round win again into pole position for the British Grand Prix. He will win heat number 1 and get the bonus points he needs to extend his championship lead. Zach Blanche will transfer. Best of the rest will be Brostrom, Darnell, and Sotens.
Kieran Lifflander dropping the fastest lap on the last lap.
It just adds insult to injury. Grid for Heat 2. McFarlane, Lindy, Takaluma, and Simmer. And I suspect these TWR Subi Squad boys on the front row will be very kind to one another, especially with McFarlane now having to match Lifflander's heat win to negate the points advantage. 4 cars, 5 laps, 1 joker in Brands Hatch. Green flag off the line. What a jump from Takaluma, back row of the grid, fighting to looking middle on the TWR boys. He nudges the champion into turn 1. Here comes Lindy, checks him right back, and Simmer gets caught up in it and Lindy around in car number 3.
I know the no control guys have no sympathy for Lindy getting a spin there.
No. But what was tricky is the champion getting involved in this, not when he needs. Over the jump and up to turn 5 for the first time. Takaluma, Simmer in the 4, and Lindy in the back of the field.
We're going to take a quick look back at that turn 1 incident.
iRacing does this weird thing now where sometimes you phase into one another. I had that happen to me in the Lights World Championship race. And everyone just kind of having a fun time, and netcode caught up, and around Lindy goes.
Yes, server goes, hey, you guys are well inside of each other. We got to make something happen.
Now, if I'm Evan, I am not going to joker until the last lap. You don't want to get caught in this traffic. Takaluma jokered. He is behind now. Simmer in car number 4. And Simmer holding that transfer spot. Obviously yet to joker. No delta between them here in the 2 Subarus. I'm surprised Lindy didn't joker after getting turned in turn 1, but I'm assuming he's just using this heat race as practice now. And the conversation will be if McFarlane can hold this, what will happen off the line in turn 1, lap 1 on the start of the British Grand Prix. As Simmer jokers in car number 4, he will release the second spot back to Takaluma. And I'm curious to see if Takaluma will close the gap on McFarlane. Gap is 4 seconds from the world champion to the 777 as we take 3 laps to go. Fastest lap for Takaluma, 55.697. For context, as Evan jokered. Ooh, Evan jokered early.
He did.
Okay.
He jokered on lap 1.
Jokered lap 2, it says here, 56.3. So that negates all of that now.
Just waiting to see. Oh yeah, they're all done. I thought that was going to be a lot closer battle there, but
That's what threw me off. When I looked at the timing and I saw Evan Joker already, that was... Because Takaluma was all over McFarlane there, off the start, up the hill, into Druids for the first lap. So I don't entirely know what happened there.
I don't know either. I got to figure out
58.5, 56.3, 54.2. No, that's what it is. Kimmo is second and a half slower than McFarlane the last couple laps.
That will do it. I'm going to figure out a way, Josh, to get the names glowing yellow when they're on their Joker lap. I tried before.
We got the best in the business for ATVO right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I've tried
Ryan
before.
Sawyer knows what
gotten
he's doing.
some success, but
making our stuff look good either way, Brian. You're great, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. As McFarlane into the final corner to begin the white flag lap here, ladies and gentlemen. And Simmer looking good for a good starting spot in the semifinal in car number 4. Running solo at the moment. No Zach Goddard. No Jess Rakowski. So the only JC Simsport car is the Estonian in the Subaru white flag for McFarlane in car number 1. We've got some interesting developments here as the race progresses in the feature. If Evan can win, he will tie Francois Martel, Hall of Famer Francois Martel, also in this race, for 5th all-time on the wins list with 17, and he'll become tied for the winningest in the modern era. So, interesting to see what will happen there. As down the back stretch to the final corner for the final time for Evan McFarlane. And he will join Kieran Lifflander on the front row of the grid, so buckle up in a couple moments for that feature as McFarlane wins Heat 2. Transferring will be Kimmo Takaluma after bowling his way through Simmer and Lindy on lap 1, turn 1. And the aforementioned Simmer and Lindy for the semifinal.
that race got real spread out, Josh. I want 2 jokers on these races. Give me a little something more.
We got some stuff planned. I don't know if you want me to blurt it out or not. I'll hold my tongue. Heat number 3. Yoni Pelaneva, Yuko Pakala, 2023 B World Champion Francois Martel, and Jake Robichaux in the 69, most recent winner in NASA Rallycross on Monday in the contender split. Green flag. Will the no control boys have a good time into turn number 1? We will just have to wait and see. Pelaneva pulls Pakala mowing the lawn. There has to be a technical failure on that car. He goes way wide, gives up all the positions in the 92. Here comes Martel in the 12. Up the hill to Druids for the first time.
Yeah, Yuko just did a big cut. He might have a slowdown.
Taking a look, he does. He's got a black flag in car number 92 for something. I don't know if it was a jump start.
I think he got a jump start because that black flag flew before he even let's find out.
Looking at Pakala in the 92.
Yep, his car went backwards and that gave it the he unclutched the car and rolled back.
Start. Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we used to have the rule where you could jump the start, you got to let everyone by, and your black flag gets cleared. That has been removed as of late. So unfortunately, you've got to sit on the black flag, and hopefully you can deal with the penalty and still be up in the order, but that'll guarantee Pakala to the semifinal, Brian.
Yeah. The only person I wouldn't have pulled off to the side like that. The only person I'm letting by is maybe my teammate, but I would try my hardest just to stay up front. Because you never know what's going to happen in the back. You never know what's going to happen in the back. You could have 2 cars crash. If you have a 10-second penalty, they could die. But you're making it a lot harder on yourself. Just sitting in the back there.
Exiting the Joker is Robichaux in the 69. Pakala will not get by him. Or maybe he will. He'll have the run on the straightaway, so I stand corrected. Middle of the road is Robichaux. Left is Pakala. Fastest lap for Martel. And that was a 54.8. And they touch in turn one, did Robichaux and Pakala.
Pakala got a much better entrance there, but Jake managed to keep the car on the inside right where he needed to, and Pakala just kind of ran right into the back of him. He had his good jump there, all the grip, but nowhere to go.
As Pelaneva still leads Martel. No joker for the top two. Robichaux and Pakala have jokered, but remember, Pakala's got that penalty. We look multiple angles here at Jake Robichaux, the oldest driver to win a race in the NASA Rallycross Challenge, no matter the split. We had Jakob Rafos in the 13 years ago, 2021. We had Dylan Smith in 2012. And then in 2025, Jake Robichaux, the oldest driver, those two aforementioned youngest, tied for the youngest winners. 2 laps to go for Pelaneva. He's got half a second, 3/4 of a second rather, over Martel.
You see what I mean here, Josh? I mean, if Pakala had maintained up front and done his joker like he would have been pretty much where Pelaneva and Martel are right now. That's 5 seconds ahead of Jake. And it's 5 seconds. That's probably half your penalty right there. And we got 2 laps left. There's plenty of things that could happen.
Pakala to the inside of Robichaux. Takes the spot on the road. I think these two are just going to be a formation finish up front, so we're not missing anything here.
And unfortunately,
Pelanava's going to take the white flag.
Still having the black
Robichaux
flag.
to the inside.
The pass means nothing. Jake should be aware that hey, this guy's got a black flag. I know he's got spotters. They should be saying, hey, he's got a black flag. There's no need to pass him.
Chris Lunan helping out with race control stuff, and also, I'm assuming, on the spotter stand for Jake Robichaux, letting him know, saying, hey, what are you doing? You don't have to force this issue. You will get that spot and be best of the rest in this heat race. Pelaneva up front. Martel in second. NASA Hall of Famer Francois Martel from Quebec in Canada. 2023B World Champion. They both have to joker on the last lap of the race.
The only Beetle in both of our splits for the supercars.
Impressive. Through the joker and out of the joker, it's going to be Yoni Pelaneva winning heat number 3. Transferring will be Francois Martel. As best of the rest on the road is Pakala, but he will get that penalty for the jump start. It'll be Robichaux, then Pakala for the semifinal.
Ooh, he had a big penalty. about 13 seconds, somewhere around there.
Semi-final time. In Great Britain, Linus Brostrom, Marcus Indrek Simmer, Jake Robichaux, Josh Darnell, Matthew Lindy, Yuko Pakala, and Renee Soten. 7 cars for 5 laps. 1 joker, and the top 2 will transfer.
Josh, this one's going to be chaotic. We're going to the top. We're going to the top.
I'm sitting...
2 spots, a lot of great drivers that want that spot.
Some boys are going to go home today. Here in Great Britain, green flag. Brostrom, great jump off the line. Darnell didn't get one. Pakala boxed in traffic down to the first corner. Brostrom, Simmer, Darnell on the outside. Straight lining the corner is Brostrom with Simmer involved. Pakala comes across into Lindy, and Soten's banks into Lindy. Again, the magnets are there. So now we have Robichaux, Darnell, and Pakala, the only 3 survivors from that first corner, Brian.
I was going to say, you saying some people are going to go home. I'm saying some people are about to go home in 200 feet. And that's exactly what we had. Incident pretty similar to, who was it in Chris Lunan in the...
It was Goddard and Lunan in contenders on Monday.
Contenders, yeah.
You lock up. It's easy to do. You lock up under braking, and it straight lines the corner. Linus missed the corner. Into Simmer. Into the wall is Robichaux and the choker. And chaos ensues. Once this calms down, we could take a second look if you have those. As Josh Darnell leads Pakala. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, let's go. Keep an eye on Josh, see when he jokers.
Will do.
That was way too far back. We're just going to... That's the wrong race.
That's the heat race, Brian.
Thanks, iRacing.
Quality journalism. I promise. Okay? Darnell way off the road. I'm just keeping it on track here while you're working on that. Darnell and Pakala. Somebody warned these two that you don't have to push the issue to transfer into the feature, as they are all over each other. Will one of these guys, Joker Pakala does, in the 92. Will he come out behind Robichaux? Did you fix that yet? For that replay?
It says nobody crashed, but so we're just gonna hit a button and see exactly what we can see.
Exiting the Joker Pakala, no contest for Robichaux in the 92 to the 69. Fastest lap for the 69.
Yeah, we are having a good time here, iRacing. Thank you. Yeah, we don't have that incident.
Thanks,
We're gonna avoid it. It doesn't even show that this race started in my timing screen.
Oh, good. Sorry about that, everybody. You can roll it back by yourselves, unfortunately, because we can't. Here we are. All I remember is Brostrom straight line the corner. Simmer got caught up. No control boys ping-ponged into Lindy. And Lindy, the bad luck continues for car number 3. Coming to 2 laps to go for Darnell. Yet to Joker in the 029, defending Contender Series champion. Yuko Pakala, Jake Robichaux. Sotens is in the pit lane. 2 to go for Darnell. When will the 029 Joker misses turn 1 by about a car width and a half? And the thing is, you want to be against that wall because you have to get this turn 2 and 3 right. There's one groove. You deviate from it from a millimeter, you are not having a fun time.
Back of the field, Lindy going over the bumps really hard. Linus going to get the pass on the inside. Probably going to... Oh, Linus took too much grass. And he got an incident.
Black
Maybe
flag.
a slowdown? Yeah, he got the slowdown.
And Simmer got a slowdown as well.
It's very hard to take that turn from the inside.
No Joker for Darnell yet. Oh, he does. He does take to the Joker. I'll keep an eye, or rather we switch to it rather, so see if he's going to lose this spot. I think he's going to lose the lead to Pakala. He comes out. We're coming to the white flag. Comes across. He will lose the lead, but he still holds the transfer in the 029.
He can get it back with a good turn here.
You don't have to force this issue, though. You do get the bonus point, but I would say the feature race is more important than that 1 point clobbering the curb. Especially as, well, I suppose that Darnell and Pakala are racing for 4th in the championship, so I apologize on that. So Pakala has the upper hand. We'll get this bonus point. It'll tie them for 4th in the championship.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks left, Josh. You want every point you can get.
Listen, I'm the one that normally preaches about that, so I digress. All right, so Yuko Pakala around the final corner. Darnell is second in transferring at the moment. And it looks like Pakala will be our 7th seed, and our 8th seed will be Josh Darnell. Best of the rest will be Jake Robichaux coming home in 9th. 10th will be Brostrom. 11th Simmer. 12th Lindy. And 13th and last will be Renee Sotens. As our gridding heat races semifinal race has concluded, we are going to let these guys have a few minutes to warm up. We'll step aside, take a break, and on the other side, the British Grand Prix. Stick around.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy. Switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He dealt the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in the terminal. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clogging the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Ronnie's going to hold his spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighbor.
For all.
There, now we're back from
Round
break.
9. Now we're back. I'll just reread that like I wasn't heard. We welcome you back to round 285 of the championship overall, round 9 of the 32nd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Brands Hatch, with Brian Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the Comtra box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cottonella IV, for your camera support. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed, produced by Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. According to Brian, we're on the dark web. Ring the bell, no matter the platform, to be notified of our live streams weekly, along with our short-form video content. If you would like your content broadcasted, or if you'd like to join the team, you can contact us at asntvusa.com. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone, and all the info is at nasasimracing.com. So, this is the 10th running of the British Grand Prix. We've had Bo Albert, Sindre Silva, Luke Krause, Jacob Rafos, Matt Kingsbury, Francois Martel, Alex Abetti, and Evan McFarlane win this race. Will Evan make it 3 wins of this race, Brian, or is Kieran going to give him a run for his money?
Off the timing right now, Evan's 2/10 up. It's all going to come down to turn 1, Josh. Evan's going to get the better line, but there's so much chaos that happens in this turn 1 that you never know. It's hard to make a prediction. If they all make it through, I think Evan will get it. But, don't know.
You want to go over programming notes before we get rolling?
Hot dog.
All you.
So tonight we got the NASA, or not the NASA, it's the iRacing Rallycross Strength of Field races. That's at 8:15 Eastern Time. Going to be 4 races. Probably me, Probably Josh Darnell. Not 100% sure. We'll figure that one out before the time we go live. After that, it's the NASA Rallycross Futures. That's on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be on ASM+. Plus. There's a title fight, winner-take-all scenario between Klaus Kreuzer and Eric Kaplinger. That's going to be at Hell. Glad I'm not going. Right after that, it's 9 p.m. Eastern. That's the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. Kieran Lifflander locked that one up a couple weeks ago. Josh is going to get second because I'm not racing it. I'll be commentating it. Josh Darnell and I the whole night tomorrow night. Then on Monday, title fight between Klaus Kreuzer and Zach Goddard. Klaus is just, he's going to have a week. 9 p.m. Eastern, Justin Robichaux and myself. That's at Hell. Then on Thursday, we got the Torque Sports Car Series. We're going to Zolder, 8:40 Eastern time. Josh, I'm excited to learn what that track looks like. And then next week, we're back here with the finale. That's going to be me, maybe myself and I, or maybe another commentator. Going to be at Hell Rallycross World Championship, 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll find out who wins this whole thing. And, yeah.
Then after that, all we've got is Torque and Daytona, which I also won't be here for. And then we got nothing for a while. So, well, aside from the officials, I think. But we might be popping up some random official races or something just to keep everybody entertained, because I want to give a shout out. We got 21 people still hanging out with us. It's been a good time. And, of course, I'll have a spiel at the end of the show, but I just want to be candid for a minute. I won't be here next week, so I just want to thank everyone for hanging out all season. Of course, I've always said, no matter if you've raced one race, all of them, watched all of them, you're on the Discord, you're doing whatever. It doesn't matter how big or how small the contribution that you've had. It's always super awesome to see 650 members on the Discord, growing by the day. And now effectively 5 Rallycross splits and the WRC series, and we've got other stuff in the works. It's super awesome, and I can't thank everyone enough across the enterprise, whether it's ASN or NASA, with all the contributions that you guys have had. So still, we have the British Grand Prix left, and we'll have the Norwegian Grand Prix next week. But yeah, just per normal end of season spiel from me, as just all the wonderful comments that we see throughout the chat as well.
Josh, I gotta know what mean person put Hell at the end of the season.
I think his name is Brian Sawyer. I think that's the guy that did that one. I don't know him. 5
people that like Hell. The rest are
not
a fan of racing it.
Can't yell at me. I didn't write the schedule this time. Our grid for the British Grand Prix: Kieran Lifflander, Evan McFarland. They have dueled all season long. The 2 kids are on the front row of the grid. We've got Yoni Palineva, Zach Blanche, Kimmo Takaluma, 23B World Champion Francois Martel, Yuko Pakala, and defending contenders champion Josh Darnell. Evan McFarland, triple defending world champion.
What is he defending, Josh?
He's technically defending. Would I be reigning? Is that the right term? Don't
I think it's reigning. I don't think he's defending anything.
Listen, I'm lucky that I know how to speak. Okay, it's a hard job. As everybody grids up, we wait for Darnell. Thanks, Cap. Just join the Josh Mertz roasting fan club with Brian Sawyer, because apparently that's all you guys do. As we wait for Kieran Lifflander to grid 8 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers. Thanks for joining us on ASN. We get ready to go green in Brands Hatch. Green flag off the line. First phase. Evan got a good jump. Kieran smoked him in the second phase. Down to turn number 1. Half a car length. Lifflander all crossed up under braking. They phase through each other. McFarland tries to take the spot. Side by side. No contact. Into turn 2. McFarland to the lead. Lifflander pushed wide. Here comes Blanche, the teammate. Will he interfere with Lifflander in the 20 to try and make his teammate's life a little easier? Through Druids. Darnell is around. Up the hill in the 029. Down the hill to turn number 5, and Darnell out of it. He made contact coming across into Pakala in the 92. McFarland leads, ahead of Lifflander, ahead of Blanche, ahead of Palineva, Martel, Takaluma, Pakala, Darnell, Brian.
I think so. The first lap is done. Barring any incidents, I think this is Evan's race. Going through Druids, Zach Blanche was right on the inside of Kieran. Didn't allow Kieran to take his ideal line, and he had to do a little strange entry, and that gave him a big gap. I I know you're going, oh, it's only a second, 8/10, but between these two, 8/10 is a mile.
Yeah. Lifflander utilizing the sand very well in turn 4. 8/10 between them still. Gap has not changed. If I was Blanche, I would have been a little bit more aggressive than he was, knowing that your teammate's out front. You know your teammate's racing for the World Championship. It just, I don't know. Of course, the thought process is different when you're in the car and you're all set to go. No joker. Lifflander all over the curb. We're taking a second look here. Is this Darnell and Pakula? And that's a tricky one, Brian, because obviously you're sliding on the dirt and they just come together on exit.
Yeah. It's a hard one. One car gets on the inside, starts sliding wide. Other car's nose is there. Not much you can do.
So, McFarlane up. He sets the fastest lap, 54.250.
Right when we switched back to them, Evan was having an amazing turn 1. Much better than Kieran's turn 1. 1.5 seconds up on Kieran.
Kieran closed a couple of tenths in Druids. It's about a second now between these two. Blanche holds third, Palineva fourth, Pakula, Martel, Takaluma, and Darnell. It'll ebb and flow all race long. No joker from Lifflander or McFarlane. Blanche, no joker. I think he's got suspension damage in the 2. He's all crossed up. Palineva, Pakula, jokers. Martel stays out. Takaluma stays out. Gap is 1.3. As we look at Kieran Lifflander in the 20, we ride on board car number 20. The kid from South Carolina chasing down his title rival, triple defending world champion Evan McFarlane. As they are 6th and 7th, on the all-time wins list in NASA Sim Racing with 16 and with 14. That means the last 30 races, 3 seasons worth of racing in the World Championship by these two kids, Brian. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
And Kieran closing the gap, 3/4 of a second. Couple of tenths gain. Better run through turn 5. Nothing's changed in the back of the field. And they have yet to joker in the 1 or the 20. Jokering is Blanche in the 2 from third. I think he's going to get passed by Palineva in the 31.
Yeah, he's not having a good time on that joker.
Exiting the joker.
Let's look at his steering wheel. Is the steering wheel straight on the straight? It is.
Looks like it a little bit, but
it might be like 12:30. Not quite 1 o'clock, but maybe a little bent.
Gap is half a second for the lead. Lifflander into the wall in turn 3. Pushing so hard to try and take this fight to the world champion. He had a great run through 2 and 3, but it was a little bit too good, Brian. Got on the dirt, slid wide into the wall, but he is closing the gap. It's half a second.
Yeah, that wall on the outside there isn't too bad. It kind of helps straighten out your car.
Jokers.
Yeah, Kieran sees the opportunity here. He's like, okay, I'm going to get a better joker. This is going to be Kieran's slowest lap of the race. Or Evan's slowest lap of the race.
Best use of that grass on the inside. Use that grass to get the car to rotate. It's a lot like Knockhill. Get the car to move, rather. And especially in turn 5 here at Brands Hatch. So Lifflander, 1 joker out of the way. Gap is 1.7 seconds. Blanche is 4/10 down on Palineva. Deep on the brakes into turn 1. Was the Australian on the fin as they battle for the 3rd spot. We still focus on our race leader, McFarlane. But Brian, we got a great battle for 3rd.
Let's go back to that. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at the... I pinned in the YouTube chat our live timing software. I was looking at the analytics tab at Evan McFarlane there. That was his slowest lap of the race. Not by much. 54.8.
The inside touches and around. He saved it, but he was in the wall. It was Blanche.
Yeah, that bleeds a lot of time.
Hurt him a pinch. Gap is 1.8. It has not changed. We take 4 laps to go for McFarlane up front. Lifflander second. Palineva in third. Blanche, Pakula, Martel, Takaluma, and Darnell. And McFarlane slid into turn 1, gave up some time. Last time around, he was 6/10 slower than Lifflander, and he's yet to take his first joker. If I'm Kieran, you're not going to like this, Brian. I'm going to joker immediately, right now, get that second one out of the way, and then focus on catching the 1.
Yeah, he's got the room.
As Blanche has crashed in the 2, he was trying to chase down the 90 or 30, the 31 of Palin Ava.
Yeah, there was something wrong with that car. Evan and Kieran both take it this lap.
Kieran,
not what I would have done if I was
strategy
Lifflander,
done.
but if you've already got the car set for the turn and you realize too late that Evan's going, it is what it is.
So Blanche will fall off of the podium back to 8th in car number 2. What could have been for the Aussie as we take 3 to go for Evan McFarlane. Gap is 1.2 as Pakala and Martel battling for the 4th position. 3/10 between them for the former world champion and the Finn for No Control Esports. Martel holds the 4th position. Joker strategy-wise, everybody else I think is done. So it's really just focusing on the battle for the lead. 1.2 seconds. And Brian, you said the gap is what, a second and a half? So we're going to have a battle for the race lead.
Yeah, if I'm Evan, I would have gone there. He is getting slower and slow. Well, his last lap was a 56. That was the Joker.
1.4, 1.5. Lifflander gives up a little bit of time. Evan's got to drive like his life depends on it, because if he loses this race, that will be 15 points going in to Norway next week.
That's
and that
insurmountable.
will be impossible. Yes, because a win is 25, ninth place is 10.
Unless Kieran dies in the race. I'm just looking at trying to figure out 54.8 was Evan's best
time. They matched lap times last time around.
56.5. I don't know. It's looking like 1.2 second delta. I don't know. What happened to Kieran? Kieran's 3 seconds back.
Kieran over the jump.
That's it.
And the world championship leader went way wide exiting the corner, and he loses control.
He goes real wide in the dirt, hits the grass. And, oh,
wow. Is the pressure of trying to fight for this world championship getting to Kieran? We say that every season when it boils down to it, Brian, as McFarlane takes the white flag.
Well, Josh, I didn't expect this whole this season. 3 of the 4 splits are going to a winner-take-all scenario.
You know, and this is no disrespect to Kieran. If he wasn't there...
Oh, Kieran's going to get a slowdown for that one. He's going to get a...
No.
Did he not get one? That's incredible.
Wow.
I was going to say Yoni's got an opportunity here, but...
Lifflander holds the 2nd spot. If he wasn't in the lights race, we'd have a winner-take-all in all 4 splits. Who needs playoffs in racing? We don't. Up front, Evan McFarlane, 6th all-time on the wins list with 16. The Hall of Famer Francois Martel, winningest all-time, is in this race. He will not win, but Evan McFarlane will tie Francois Martel for 5th on the wins list. He wins it. It's a winner-take-all in Norway next week, as the kid from California does it ahead of Lifflander. On the podium is Palin Ava. And then it'll be Martel, Pakala, Takaluma, Darnell, and Blanche.
Whew.
Wow. I didn't, I expected Evan to Joker and there'd be a battle to turn 1, but can we take a second look? Do you have an ability to take a second look while we're pulling everyone for interviews?
You want to go look back at
and
that?
See, yeah, I think Kieran pushed hard into turn 4, and how perfect you have to be. Let's take from high above from that if we can. You have to take it so hard to make sure you don't go too far.
He went too far.
He runs the perfect line, clips the grass, and once you hit the grass, it's over in that instance. And he tries to recover it, but the jump's there. And it's at that weird weight transfer where you could tell that he forced the car to the right to try and make the jump, right? But the weight catches up with you, hits the jump, tosses him left, and that's all she wrote for the win.
There was no good scenario there. If he skipped a jump, he would have got a slowdown, possibly a track cut penalty.
He would have got a post race. It would have been post race because who missed the jump Monday? I think it was Dubois. I don't mean to put names if it's wrong, but somebody missed the jump, and it gave them a post race penalty on Monday night. So, wow. All right, that's win number 17 for the kid from California. And what that means is he's one away from tying Hall of Famer Cody Erdman for 4th on the wins list. All right, Brian, are we all set for interviews on your end?
Almost. Let's find out. We got.
Go ahead and take a moment.
We got those two.
We got Palin Ava. We have McFarlane. And all righty. Yoni, it's Josh and Brian up in the booth. You got us?
Hello.
How are you, my friend? You were battling Zach really good for 3rd, and then he crashed, and here you are on the podium. Talk me through your race.
I was a little bit off my normal pace, but it was good for P3, so I take that. Especially where there is 32 Celsius for a British weather, so.
It's been a crazy up and down season for your boys at No Control Esports. So how does this podium help, of course, not only you but your team going into the last race of the season?
I hope that helped a lot, and last race is hell, so there is everything possible, so we wait for that.
You guys, of course, know the NASA slogan that anything can happen. Usually does. Alrighty, my friend. Who'd you like to thank for the podium finish today?
Of course, No Control team and my wife and our unborn child.
Alrighty, my friend. Great run for you. We'll see you next week in Norway.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Liftlander. It's always a painful interview to have this after defeat, but not only after defeat, but after what had happened in Turn 4 and over the jump. It gives us a 5-point swing. It's essentially another winner-take-all in the World Championship. Walk me through what happened in Turn 4, because it looked like from our end, you clipped the sand, which was fine. That's a normal line, but maybe a little bit too long. You clipped the grass, started to run wide, caught the car, tried to save it, and around he went.
Yeah, I just was pushing too hard, and I was just really frustrated myself on that lap 8 or whatever it was. Whenever I went too wide, I saw I was catching Evan 10th or so every lap, and I was like, okay, just keep focusing up. And I don't know if it was like a placebo effect, but that turn 2, whenever Evan like kind of pushed me wide, but I mean he had every right to do so. I kind of turned down, and then I hit him or tapped him a bit, and then Blanche stuck his nose in, and his right front hit my right rear, and it felt like I got damaged. I got a 2x for it, but nothing was there. But then the rest of the race, it felt like I was just really, really tight in the last corner. I just couldn't do anything. So I was pushing really hard, and I was using up the tires a lot, which caused me to lock it up really, really bad. I sent it in and kind of went wide into the turn 1 sand trap. And then, yeah, that turn 4, I was testing it in the warm-up, and yeah, it's not fun to run in. But that's the only that like the lower line is still not going to be faster if you run that instead of that really worn-out high line. So I sent it in and got in the grass, and then the grass was super, like, I don't know, it felt like it was really murky, like it just rained or something. It was really not fun to drive in, and then I normally can just get back onto the jump really slowly, but I was trying not to lose any time, like trying not to lose any more time than I already did. And yeah, got the worst out of it and nearly flipped, spun it around, hit the handbrake, I think, or just let it roll back, and then I got back going again and just had to settle for a P2. So settle for a P2, but yeah, very unfortunate, but yeah, that's how it happened.
The good news is you've got a 5-point lead. If I recall correctly, you did not have the lead going into the finale last season. Can't recall the season before. I think you might have been close behind. So let's just say that this is the first time that you're entering the last race with the championship lead. What is the thought process now, being on the other side of that coin versus the last couple seasons you were the challenger? So you've got that 5-point lead going into Norway. What are we thinking?
I don't know. We just got to give him everything we got, and Evan's obviously going to be really tough. He's really good at hell, and he's especially been really, really fast in the hot tracks, as you just saw. He was able to be really consistent, and yeah, the setup definitely means a lot in the car. So yeah, if we get a good setup going, in which the setup that we're running, I hit a 35.9 in last season. So in the morning time of day. So if I could just replicate that, and obviously qualifying means everything, and really was happy with the result with qualifying here. But yeah, maybe not the exact turn of events that happened this week or today. And yeah, next Saturday we can just replicate qualifying in the heat, but not such a sloppy heat, but replicate winning and then going into the feature and just being consistent. It's really hard. That track has a really bad sector too. If you get the curb, it'll spin you around like it did a couple seasons ago in my debut. So yeah, Hell is one of my more favorite tracks and better tracks, but yeah, still got to remember that we've got that California kid on our tail. So yeah, as long as we just keep our head up and go to Hell and try to kick some butt, I think it'll be cool. And yeah, really excited to get back at it.
Alrighty, my friend. Either way, great P2 result. Who did you like to thank for the podium today?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad and my sister. Sorry Riley wasn't able to get the win. Yeah, this is her paint scheme that she made. It's for the Call Me If You Get Lost album cover for or vinyl for Tyler the Creator. Last Sunday I did Igor for Tyler the Creator, and yeah, kind of pulled a Maria here. Wasn't able to get it fully done, but yeah, I got to thank all those people and friends and others that are watching. My girlfriend Maria. Yeah, I was really hoping to get this win and make the day even better because I'm going to prom today, and yeah, I got to get cleaned up and get ready for that. But yeah, I got to thank her for all the support throughout the season, and yeah, everybody at Team KLR. I actually got in touch with Kevin Belland a couple of nights ago. He's doing great, and yeah, he's hoping to get back at it into iRacing real soon. And obviously he debuted in Charlotte week 1 and had a really great result, so hope to see him back really soon. And then yeah, Darren's really looking forward to Hell tomorrow night, so hopefully we can get a good result there. Thank him a lot for a lot of the support and all the feedback on the setups that we make here at Team KLR. So but yeah, and then obviously all the men and women at Team KLR that make it possible. So yeah, it's a bummer. Really disappointed. Apologize, Team KLR. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, and yeah, just pushed the limit and went a little too far. But you know, we keep our heads high. We're still, you know, we still have one more race in the Lights Championship, and we've already clinched that. So yeah, ready to get back at it. Got to fly over to Norway, and then definitely got to do a lot of testing for the Subaru. And yeah, hopefully we can have a better result next week and try to get the championship for the first time in the supercars.
Alrighty, my friend. Great run today. I will not see you next Saturday, but we will, as a whole, see you next Saturday in Norway.
Thank you.
Alrighty, kid. 17th career win in the World Championship. You are now tied with Hall of Famer Francois Martel as the winningest all-time in the modern era. First of all, talk me through your race, because Kieran had that mistake late in the race, late in the going. It seemed like you were kind of slowing down. Yeah, floor is yours.
Yeah, so it was an eventful race, to say the least. I knew in practice that I was gonna be really fast in the fresh track. I was hitting low 53.7, so I knew coming to qualifying that if I got to clean up, I would have been pretty good set up. But obviously that didn't happen, which I'm actually kind of grateful for, because if I wasn't P2 on that start, then I don't know if I would have gotten Kieran. But yeah, just qualifying, didn't get the best lap in. Heat race, just I knew how to just get out in front and just run my lap. So heat race, just did that, got the win, and yeah, coming to warm up, I switched to my hot setup and did a couple changes, and it worked out really well. Shout out to Josh Darnell for accidentally putting up a session with the hot trap, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know if the setup would have been so good. But yeah, warm up was good. It was hitting some heaters on the fresh track, and I knew in the feature race, just from my experience with the setup, that in the start I was going to be really fast on the fresh track, and once the track started really wearing in, I would have been fast. But that midsection was just kind of like up to whoever was the best. So in the future, just got a good start. I got blessed by some net code, because there's no way I was going to make it side by side with Kieran, but I managed to go through him somehow. yeah, just been channeled my inner Ken Roxon, threw down some good laps, and then started trying to manage the gap in the middle of the race. And yeah, Karen was catching, so I started to push, and overdrove a bit. But towards the end, I started settling down, and Karen made a mistake. So yeah, it was just it was a clean race, it was a fun race, and I just tried my best today.
And I mentioned to Kieran as this is the first time that he enters the last race as the championship leader, because you had led the last couple. So the roles are reversed. So what's the game plan? I think we all know the answer. I'm going to ask it anyways. What's the game plan going into this last race of the season? It's 5 points. It's essentially a winner-take-all scenario between you two in Norway. Because we saw, Kieran reminded me of that first time that you guys raced in Norway in 24A. He ripped the curb at the bottom of the hill and spun. So what are we thinking heading into the final race?
Yeah, final race, just honestly, hell, it's all about consistency and just raw speed. That grit strip kind of makes or breaks your lap, but if you can hit it consistently and just set good times, if the guy in front of you is just trying to freaking full send it the whole time, you can usually make up time. So I think in hell, it's all going to be down to qualifying, because that track's really hard to pass, except for the last hairpin and a couple other places and Joker strategy. But yeah, going to hell, yeah, game plan is just do what I've been doing these last couple of weeks, improve my speed, and just try to be consistent as I can, and just capitalize on any mistakes. I think qualifying, this is probably the most important track for qualifying. So if I can get my qualifying good, then that's the rest is just up the pace and Joker strategy. Joker strategy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's one of the special track to race at, and especially for a finale. So I'm looking forward to it and racing Kieran there.
Alrighty, my friend. Anyone you'd like to thank for the 17th victory of your career today?
Yeah, I'm gonna give all glory to God. Like always, I'm so thankful for everything He's done for me, everything He's blessed me with, and having the opportunity to race here and being able to win. And also, got to give thanks to Team Watson Racing, all my teammates, Zach, Matthew, Josh, Klaus, Eric, Chris. There's some others that I'm not naming. I'm sorry about that, but all those guys, KS Industries, Matthew, Dylan, Adam, Robbie, all those guys over there. And yeah, if you want some of my setups, twrsetups.com, also, as well as Fluid Logic, Modern Sports. And yeah, I think that's about it. I got to thank my family for watching and supporting me, like always. And thank you guys for putting on the show.
For sure. Alrighty. Good run, my friend. I just told Kieran I'm not going to be here next Saturday, so I will wish you good luck in advance. And yeah, hope for a good race in Norway.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Brian. What you got for me? Points? Programming notes?
Ooh. Oh, should have points.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are still here, it is a winner-take-all scenario for the third consecutive season finale in the World Championship. And for the third consecutive season finale in the World Championship, it is Kieran Lifflander and Evan McFarlane, but the roles are reversed. Let's take a breath, because this is going to be awesome. Zach Blanche holds third. Palin Ava up 2, passes Pakala. Darnell down 2 after that incident in lap 1, turn 3. So fourth place is going to be an interesting battle to keep an eye on as well between those guys. Lindy, Kreutzer, Rakowski, Simmer. Apparently Matthew Lindy's Argentinian, so that's a great graphic error. Apologies for that. GWR Subi Squad. GWR Subi Squad, 5th World Championship. They are one away from Revolution Racing, but we'll have to see in 2025B if they'll clinch that one. No Control, Kieran Lifflander Racing, got No Control, their other team, Move Over at Speedy Time, TWR Subi Dubi Squad, and down the order there. And the Manufacturers Championship, how many points does Volkswagen have?
21!
21! Let's go! They don't have 4 points. Thanks, Francois Martel, for making that one happen. But Subaru, like we've documented, 23rd World Championship for manufacturers in NASA Rallycross. Got some programming notes, Brian?
Yeah, let's hit it up. You want to read them this time?
All you. You want? I got it. That's fine. Tonight, it's not featured on the graphic, We have the iRacing, Rallycross, Strength of Field. Doesn't matter if you watch, doesn't matter if you race, do both. At least do one of them, though. Come hang out 8 p.m. 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. You'll have Brian Sawyer. You might have Josh Darnell. Stephen Moreau's not going to be around. He's busy visiting his mom. Family first, everybody. So it's going to be a good time. Hour of racing. Super fun, stacking those strength of field. Tomorrow, a winner-take-all scenario in NASA Rallycross Futures between Eric Kaplinger and Klaus Kreutzer. I am going to be relieved from that call, apparently. It's going to be Josh Darnell and Brian Sawyer. I'm going to have a good time screaming with my team in their chat. That is 8 p.m. Eastern on ASM+. It's $1 a month. It's a great time. There's going to transition right into the Lights World Championship, where Kieran Liftlander locked that up a couple weeks ago. Brian Sawyer cannot drive and broadcast at the same time, so I suppose I am going to finish second in the Lights World Championship, which is cool. And then we've got the NASA Rallycross Contenders on Monday. That's at 9 p.m. Also in Hell in Norway. You'll have Justin Robichaux. You'll have Brian Sawyer. That's another winner-take-all between Klaus Kreutzer and Zach Goddard. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. The next round for the Torque Sports Car Series will be at Zolder on Thursday. That's 8:40 p.m. Eastern. You'll have myself and Brian Sawyer for that. And our next round to conclude the 32nd NASA Rallycross World Championship will be at Hell in Norway on the 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll definitely have Brian Sawyer. You definitely won't have me. And you'll have someone, maybe, filling in for me. We're going to figure it out as we go. As just a reminder, that the NASA Rallycross Challenge brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing, going on 3 years of that partnership. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you so much to Andrew Cardinale IV for your camera support. Finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed, produced by Alex Abetti. Hope all is well, my friend. Hope to see you back soon. If you like what you saw today, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. According to Brian, we're on the dark web. Ring the bell no matter the platform of our live streams weekly, along with our short-form video content. And if you'd like your content broadcasted by ASN, or if you'd like to join the team, you can join us at asntvusa.com. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone, literally. 5 Rallycross splits, the World Rally Challenge with the WRC game, nasasimracing.com for any and all information. Brian, give me a final thought, and we'll wrap it
up. Crazy that we got 3 winner-take-all scenarios. It's going to be insane. Looking forward to a good week of hell.
You messaged me that we got like 27. We're doing another loop. It's not going to be perfect, but with me not being here next week, I won't go too far on a soapbox, but I just want to say, like I mentioned in the warm-up, I just want to say thank you to everyone involved, no matter if it's ASN, no matter if it's NASA. I'm going to be biased for 2 seconds. If it's JC Simsport, if it's any team involved, that this is going on 13 years. We're going to cross that in July. And I never would have thought, and I say this every finale, I know, but I never thought that 13 years ago that we would be going on 3 consecutive winner-take-alls in the World Championship. We would have 3 out of 4 splits first of all, 4 splits, but 3 out of 4 of them in a winner-take-all scenario in the championship in the final race. It has been absolutely spectacular to see collectively over 550 NASA Rallycross sanctioned races with futures, with lights, with contenders, and with the World Championship. So many people have raced, whether it's one, whether it's all, if you're Chris Sweats. There's just so much to say thank you. And like I said, I could be here all day, and it's easy to do, but I digress. Next week is going to be fantastic. I won't be here. I'm going to be watching probably when I get back from the track, going to Indianapolis for the Grand Prix. So I hope everyone has a great time next week. But in regards to today, the checkered flag has fallen on the afternoon. On behalf of our entire production staff and producer Brian Sawyer, my name is Josh Mertz, as we thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross World Championship. We congratulate our winner, Evan McFarlane, and just a reminder, don't miss the final round of Futures and Lights from Longbotten in Norway tomorrow. But until then, so long, everyone.